Recently, I've been really into tabletop minis, and painting them. This guy's one of my favorite. But I had a birthday come up recently, which was my birthday, and my parents found out about my tabletop mini addiction. Well, they always kind of knew, but you know. And I got a few, just a few. I'm gonna eat your brains. Just kidding. But yeah, so get this guy out of here. I wanted to do something different with my YouTube channel because I haven't posted a video in 4 months. So, you know, maybe time to make a video. But I wanted to paint a mini, because why not? And do it on camera. This isn't going to be just one long video. Don't worry. But, yeah, yeah. So, yeah, first you need to apply primer, which will be in a coat of white primer later, and we're left with this big, spiky, lumpy T-Rex dinosaur dude left. And one of my brain cells was thinking of this guy's reference picture. The other brain cell was thinking about the Mario movie. And most importantly, my third brain cell was thinking about Bowser. And then my fourth brain cell was like, let's put the three ideas together. And I decided to paint this guy like Bowser. And some people may be wanting me to paint him like Barney. And that, my friends, is what this second copy's for later. But for now, we're left with a big spiky dinosaur that I want to be Bowser. So that's where we're going. After a coat, or our first coat of green, you can apply this with spray sometimes, but I like to use paint, and I still missed a few spots, which can be sad, but I'm going to go over those in behind the scenes. So now we're gonna use yellow to make him look a bit like Bowser. And first we're gonna have to paint his little tummy yellow, which doesn't seem to be working. So, you know, you don't always get the second coat on the first coat. If that makes any sense whatsoever. But it should start to come out. Yeah, I think I like that. Yeah, I like that. And yeah, so you don't always get it first try. If you're using straight up liquid paint, which is what I'm doing, then it's definitely going to need to dry. But otherwise, you know, should be good. And I think one more dab, not to do a dead meme, but yeah, so one more dab of paint, maybe two, and you should be good. I'll wait for this to dry to do a touch-up, and yeah, you're gonna need to let that dry. So I'm gonna leave him like that to something to hold it on. Yeah, something to hold him up. And with that, always seal your paint so it does not spill on your mini, because that is never fun. Wash off your brush so the paint doesn't stick on there. There we go. And yeah. And to you, half a second. To me, like 10 minutes. I'm gonna come in and wait for this to dry. So one dried paint coat of, I don't know, this stuff later, and we're left with a cool Bowser body and a Bowser tummy. But I mean, Bowser doesn't just have a yellow stomach. I mean, he's also got like yellow claws and that stuff. So I'm gonna paint that real quick using a thinner brush. So let's get to work, basically. Yeah. Oh. Way too much yellow paint. And give him some nice yellow nails. Have him go to the nail salon real quick for some cool, gnarly looking claws for Bowser. Why do I feel like you can make a D&D character based off of Mario and have this dude be Bowser? And then a little more. And his right hand is done. So now we have the other hand, which should be pretty easy. Maybe, hopefully. And then his nails, his gnarly nails that he probably tore up Luigi with a while back. And oh, crap. I got, these are kind of antique sunglasses, so I can't have a bunch of paint on them. But you got this. So what you're gonna do is you're gonna have to paint the spikes. If your character is all scaly and spiky like this dude, then yeah, I gotta paint the spikes like Bowser. because I want these spikes to be yellow so it fits Bowser. And Bowser is extra, you know, extra much of a Hemi Neutron Resonator guy. Yes, I know that might be cringy if you're watching this in like 2026, but those memes are dead by then, but just know that I don't even know if they're thriving now. I'm not super sure about memes, but yeah. Hear about them from my friends, which is Jay from J-World. Not sponsored, but you should check him out. But yeah. So yeah, we should be good. Should be. Just maybe. Give them a touch up on some spikes. So like also I kind of use the camera as a magnifying glass for, you know. Sorry if the audio is loud. I have to like bend over to see this guy. Should be good. Ooh, wait, no. Should add some spikes, maybe? This guy's like the ultra lizard folk. He's like an 18-foot tall lizard folk guy. So, yeah, imagine the lizard men you fought yesterday. Maybe, who knows? Maybe that, somebody watching, if that's a coincidence, type it in the comments, because that would actually be really funny. But it's like a giant version of that, which makes me want to run away terrified. Now, from what I remember of the Mario movie, I remember that he had some color of teeth. And just for simplicity, we're gonna make that color yellow. I don't really like that eye. Missed that eye. Okay, see where I'm supposed to paint. Okay, I got it. I got the paint inside the eye. Okay, close enough. Now we just take some green paint. Yeah, okay, cool. Now, I encourage a lot of people to paint miniatures. It's really fun, and it's really fun seeing your own little creation of the guy you made. It's like, I painted that guy. And I showed my friend, he's like, no, you didn't paint that. I'm like, yeah, I did. I actually did. And he's like, no, you didn't. I'm like, okay, just let him with this one. But yeah. But oh, should be done. Maybe. hopefully, maybe, possibly. With that, we should be done with this guy's claws. And next we should be on to some of the more final details, like the mohawk and the armor. But, well, now we're on to the good old final details, which is stuff like painting the teeth, painting the tongue, painting the armor pieces, painting the mohawk, which is the part I'm most excited about. But first, let's paint the armor. For this, I'm going to use a little bit of silver and I guess a little bit of maybe black would be good. And you just mix them up. Don't be afraid to mix up your paint. It can, you know, be good sometimes. So add a little bit of black. Move this guy away. When you're using a light color and dark color, add a little bit of black and a little bit of, and mostly the other color. Then put them together. Feel free to, if you're trying to get a darker tone, add a little bit more black or dark to it to, you know, add some, make it look darker, basically. When I think this is a good tone. Paint on the armor. Which should be relatively easy because it's just a little bit of silver. This is once you've added a good amount of silver, yeah, I'd say that's a good amount. You can go on to the other armor piece. Who would have thought? But with this, you get to, what I like about painting minis is you get to create your own little character. And D&D gives you a lot of freedom to do that kind of thing. And yeah, so try not to get outside the lines because that never really looks good. Should be using a thinner brush, but I'm not because I'm an idiot. And it's good. I like that. Let me wash it off. Just okay. Now I should use a thinner brush, more like this instead of this. If you're like a miniature painting professional, I'm filming this on my iPad since I'm a small child, but yeah, I should just tear off a piece of the napkin. Okay, cool. Yeah, cool. maybe some red. If I have some. Why wouldn't I have red? Where the heck is red? One sec. After a quick, what feels like 3 minutes of looking for some red paints, I realized it was just on my freaking desk. So, okay, anyway, that's good enough. So, gonna crack open some gemstone red and apply that to the mouth real quick. So, looks like he's wearing lipstick, but that's smeared on. Okay, well, it's fine. I'll just just put some, a little bit more green near his mouth. Then we have successfully added red. I know this is such a big point in this, I'm just kidding. So next we should probably do the teeth, and assuming he's a 18-foot tall dinosaur lizard Bowser guy that's ripping Luigi to pieces, he's probably not gonna have the best pearly whites. Cause I don't know about you, but I'm not sure if the dinosaurs use toothbrushes. I don't think the dinosaurs use toothbrushes. And I'm assuming that this guy probably wouldn't either. So, I'm gonna gonna put two colors together, white and yellow, and hope that it makes a good toothy color. Hopefully. But, let's see. Okay, so same thing, except that I can't. Oh god, I don't want my paint to explode like that, so come on. Okay, well, I guess I'm just applying it. Okay, it's just making lighter yellow. Maybe some orange should be coming there. Actually, I feel like this altogether would just be a better color for Bowser. But, okay, cool. I just wasted some paint. That's always fun. So, now I will cap all my paints and wash off my brush. And then should be a good toothy brown. Here, I'll see how this does with some white, maybe. Throw in a little bit of white there. Put some paint, some white paint on there. And then, yeah, throw in some brown. Oh, I actually kind of like that. I really like that. That's pretty good. Maybe a little bit more dark would be good. There we go. Oh, sorry. Yeah, I like that. I really like that. I think that's a good toothy brown color. This is what happens when you don't brush your teeth, kids. You end up like this lizard folk render guy. Now, just apply some teeth color, remove these paints. Yeah, look at those munchers. Those good old munchers. That's good. And now, for the last part, the final last part, we get to do what I wanted to do this entire time and give him a red mohawk. I've wanted to do this the entire time, and now I finally get to. Oh, wait. Maybe a little bit more red. See, with the ribs, I get to be lazy and say, oh, he's just got green ribs. The green is showing through his skin, but with this, you know, it's like Bowser doesn't have green hair. He has these red, luscious locks. But for now, oh, way too much paint. Get to make my character. So this guy, it's a little bit more. There's some more on the other side. Yeah, cool. That looks really good. I like it. But that is straight up, that's like 50% liquid paint. That mohawk, 50% liquid paint, 50% plastic. So that really, really needs to dry. So, with that, I'm applying way too much tape to his legs off camera. I'm ready to make the ground, which should consist of, I'm wondering, because like, what should I make? Should I make it black or white? I think I'm gonna go with a gray. And if I have gray, looks like I do not at the moment, so time to create a 5-minute craft video and apply 2 paints. Okay, well, this white doesn't want to come out, so let's apply it on. That looks good, actually. Yeah, so just applying a lot of tape, or not tape, stuff to the ground. Get around the edges of that. Put some paint. Way too much paint. It's hard. Ah! Sorry. Might have to edit that out, but yeah. That's good. Close enough. Yeah? Yeah? 1 sec, I'm making a video. Huh? I'm making a video. Okay. What? I'm making a video. Okay. This is an ASMR. It's ASMR. And that was quick. But now we have to take a finer brush, I should say, and just apply to some of this. Then after a while, this begins to get easier painting the base. It's fun. Maybe. Painting the base is one of my favorite parts because I don't have to add details and I can literally just make it gray. Like, just gray. Because, it's like, oh, when people see the miniature, they're not like, oh, that base is in detail, therefore it's horrible. They're like, oh, look at that miniature, that's pretty cool. So I get to be all sloppy with the base. That should end the base after going off camera and getting some rocks and some autumn ground, which horribly reeks. Like, I feel like I'm getting poisoned every time I smell that. Yeah, very strong smell. So first I'm gonna probably just apply some autumn ground to that. I just realized that my gray paint has no use. Just no use. No use. Alright, but that's fine. And then after that, I'm probably gonna apply like some rocks or something. And some footprints. And we'll be done. Let's see how bad the wound is. Oh, crap. Well, that's fine, I guess. I'll just paint that off camera. And, yeah. Yeah, so. I'm gonna put that there. I'm gonna crack open a bag of rocks. This will be the first time I ever use these. And the only reason I look I'm not gonna say I look professional because then I sound cocky. the only reason I'm doing this the way you should be doing it is because I'm on video, so yeah. I don't think I've ever used these rocks once in my life, but, you know. Looks like you just ate a gingerbread man. Okay. Well, we're just gonna stick on some rocks. Then, after a while, this can dry, and we'll be able to stick this onto this really cool transparent base. But yeah, just gonna stick that on there. Yeah, cool. Yeah, so after a while, this should dry, so that'll be off camera. After waiting for this to dry, we're left with one last thing to do. Apply the base, but also with this last character, I wanted to add some finishing touches by adding footprints. Totally working just as well as I thought it would. Close enough. It's not good, it's good enough. As, what's his name? North of the Border once said. He's the guy, I want to do what North of the Border does, except with clay, it's miniature painting. So that's kind of the gist I'm trying to follow currently. But otherwise, yeah, on to the glue, which should work. One sec, I'll be right back.